Hey, everybody. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. Yes, that's right. It's time for another Sarcastic Distractions, the interesting podcast for interesting people, featuring, as always, the Gentleman Society of Podcasting. Myself, Harvey, my heterosexual life mate, David,
Hello,
and the ever-loving AJ.
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Hi, Ricky.
All right. And today we're going to talk about something we find interesting, something that's a phenomenon that's taken over, but it's something that affects everybody in certain ways. And that's what's called known as the Mandela Effect.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to talk about examples, kind of what it's all about, and break into why this even happens. It's kind of these weird false memories of things that we think happen. Yeah.
Make you use your thinky brain.
Make you use your thinky brain.
Yeah.
You're not thinky brain.
Thinky brain to go and point out how the person that's telling you you're remembering wrong is wrong.
I know,
and then you realize you're wrong, and you're like, oh, crap, thinky brain's broken.
Crap.
Thinky brain's busted now. Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I think let's just go with the easy one. What it's titled after, and that's Nelson Mandela.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Nelson Mandela, I mean, he was in jail. He died relatively recently.
A few years ago, actually.
But everybody thought he had died in jail.
Yeah.
Prison.
In like the 80s or something like that, right?
And he's like, no, still here. Hey.
Well, the thing I find funny about this whole thing is the Mandela Effect. I've always thought of it as, been around since the 80s, longer than that, of course. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure it has been in the human way, but this term didn't come out until like 2009.
So there you go. That in of itself is a Mandela Effect.
Yeah.
Like that.
Would that be in the Mandela? It was 2013 he died.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, so 2013. But again, he was out beforehand because he'd already been
was out.
Yeah, he was already out when this was brought forth, this idea of the Mandela Effect.
Oh, yeah, because I guess people would have been, I thought you were dead.
Yeah. Well, basically, I think that was the idea.
Fair
and they
enough.
actually
Good
did
point.
the whole study on it. Now, a lot of the examples we'll go over are before this time, of course. But before then, it was just you thinking wrong.
Right. Yeah, that's true. No, you just remember that differently. Well,
You ain't right.
real quickly, in case our audience doesn't know, our tons of fans out there, let's describe what the Mandela Effect is.
It is false memory.
Yeah.
Basically, and what it boils down to.
But collectively, right?
Yeah. On more of a mass scale.
Yes. Yeah. There's many, many people that have that memory or thought
of something.
Like when you're having that conversation, it's like, hey, yeah, that's what I think too. And then you go to the Googles, and they're like, no, fuck, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Damn you, Google.
Jeeves is like, fuck you, dude. You don't know shit.
Jeeves.
Yeah. For sure.
Fucking web crawlers. Like, none of my webs.
I don't mind web crawlers. My wife bitches about them constantly, but I'm okay with them.
Put them.
Sorry, I had to be done.
There we go. So what are some other really odd examples of the Mandela Effect you guys want to kind of break into?
Odd or interesting?
Interesting, odd, whatever. Like, I can think of a few off the top of my head.
Okay,
well,
you go for it.
Yeah.
Well, just a simple one. I know everybody, two, Looney Tunes. A lot of people, I mean, myself included, thought Tunes was spelled Toons. It is not. It's Tunes. I don't know why. Makes no sense.
Ooh,
music.
I know why.
Well, okay.
Sorry.
It has to do with that. Because if you watch Looney Tunes cartoons, the music isn't generic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right.
It's written specifically for
That's
that episode.
true. Yeah.
So a lot, except for some episodes where it's the like Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd doing the opera thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But most of them, the music is almost, I don't want to say a character, but it's almost like a set piece.
Yes.
In the episode, it follows what's going on screen as opposed to, like I said, just being a generic classical piece of music or something like that.
You know, it's interesting. I think I know why we have that type of Mandela Effect for Looney Tunes. I think it comes, and this could be another Mandela Effect issue, but I think it's because of Tiny Toon Adventures, which was spelled Toon. So when that show came out and it was popularized, it became a part of it. Yeah,
gotcha.
and then Looney Tunes, obviously Tiny Toons isn't what it was,
right,
but Looney Tunes continued. I wonder if that might have been the reason why.
The thing why.
Yeah.
That could very well be.
Yeah, it's possible.
And then the
Or
other
maybe
one,
because they're just cartoons.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
And so your
People
mind
thought
hits
they
there.
were loony
Absolutely.
because they were zany and crazy shows. And
that's what I thought. I always thought it was TOONS. So there you go. And another one kind of similar, Fruit Loops. It's spelled OO.
FROOT.
Not
Yeah.
UIT, right? I meant, I think that's to.
See,
So
it's
this-
funny. You bring those ones up, and those are good examples of when I did the research on this too. I was surprised because
Yeah.
I never really thought of those as Mandela Effect or anything. Like I always thought as, and I'm going to steal one now. Luke.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
one. Yeah.
I am your father. Where
Right.
no, he doesn't say it that way. But
No,
again, my memory of it is always Luke. I am your father.
That's a good point.
I think that's specifically that one too could be because everybody was saying it wrong.
Yeah.
So then it
Right.
became a memory.
Yes.
It became the way it was in your memory.
Yes.
And then you have people like ourselves who are like, no, that's not right.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, and again, I think to me that was always more the Mandela Effect because I did much like I'm sure everybody has done, and those watching us as well as doing the Google.
Yeah.
All right, and again, a lot of the examples, I'm like, I never really thought of that. I never really thought of that. Nope, not hit me. But then I'd hit things like, oh wait, Luke, I am your father. That's the line. I don't give a flying f what they say in the movie.
That's the line.
That's what pop culture told me.
For sure.
Okay, I got a fun little game for you guys. I don't know if you guys got this far. Curious George, tail or no tail? Curious George, tail or
man.
no tail?
I honestly don't remember. I'm struggling with the book.
Feel like
My instinct is no.
yeah, my instincts no.
The correct answer, I believe, is no.
Oh, there you go.
Sweet.
We win. What do we win?
Well, this is we should have made this whole game. Shit.
Fives.
High five.
Or there's one that a lot of people talk about is the spelling of the Bernstein Bears.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Right?
Stin Bernstein.
No,
Oh,
it's Stain. The Bernstein.
Yeah, that kind of
the
blows my
Bernstein
mind.
Bears.
I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't remember that A ever growing up. That's crazy. That is
Yeah,
crazy.
interesting.
Yeah. I read all
Maybe
those
it would have
books.
implied Stine or whatever. Maybe it would have implied they were Jewish.
Yeah, well, I thought
The
it was.
Bernstein
Can I
Bears.
just say, I thought it was maybe a Jewish family that created the Bernstein Bears, and that's what
or maybe
they
they were Jewish bears.
maybe they were Jewish bears. I don't know.
I never read the Bernstein Bears celebrate Hanukkah. I'm sorry.
well, you know,
Christmas, yes. Hanukkah, no.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have.
they
Yeah, they
could have.
could've.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's saying they can't, but
That's true.
yeah, that's
Maybe
one of
they
them.
just knew their market. But
Or okay, how do you spell the Flintstones?
Flint Stones.
yeah, Flintstones. FLINTSTON.
Yes. Yeah.
A lot of people think it's FLINSTO.
Well, that's because people are stupid.
Flintstones.
Oh,
I think
gotcha.
it's because the way
It's good.
people say it.
It
though.
may be
Yeah, of
if
course,
people
it is.
say it.
For
Yeah,
sure. Well, the reason why I was no Flintstones is because I thought it was a very clever name on Flint Stones. I think that
Yeah.
was
Right.
And you think, and the Flintstones were synonymous for that. You know,
Mhm.
you had Flagstone and Barney, Betty Rubble. Right, there was all these kind of rock references and dinosaur references to it also.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I could see that. I could see that easy.
And that's a good example to me of I never would have considered even this happening. Mandela Effect.
Right.
Right. Like to me, it's just people thinking differently. It's not. And again, one can make the argument. Well, Dave, Luke, I am your father is just thinking differently. But it's just one of those. Yeah, I was surprised when I came along a lot of those because to me, it was always. And to be honest, I thought there would be more Mandela effects. At least my thinking of what they were.
Mm-hmm.
And you could find the sites that there's 50, there's 10,
yeah.
there's
Well, these are I guess the most
popular.
Yeah.
ones.
That's a good point. I didn't think of anything that wasn't just a meism. Shit. Yeah, I should have thought more on that, to be
I'm trying to
honest.
think of the. I know there was one for the Matrix. There'd be a few.
Really?
Yeah, red pill, blue pill. Everybody thinks it's one way, but it's another one. I totally forget what it is. And I think everyone thinks he says, "Whoa, I know kung fu," and I don't think it's that.
There's
either.
no whoa. Actually,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right.
Oddly enough, you say that I watched it the other night,
yeah,
and
Nice.
he just I know kung fu,
yeah, exactly.
and he says it in that Keanu Reeves, Bill and Ted way. That he kind of just lets it slip a little bit, so that's I guess why your mind would go to the whoa.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Whoa, I know kung fu.
Which he's not. He's not that character at all.
No,
in that movie.
no.
I would like to throw it, though. I'm okay with the whoa.
Oh,
I know kung fu.
That would have been fine. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
And then the whole thing when he's like bouncing around, he's like he does
Yeah,
the whole little Bruce Lee.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
A little bit of cocky moments. Are,
Oh,
are great.
Do you want to keep playing this game?
Sure, yeah, okay. This is kind of fun.
Monopoly Man. Rich Uncle Pennybags.
Oh, the guy that's on like the front and all that.
Monocle or no monocle?
Oh, shit.
I'm getting mixed feelings about this because I remember him wearing a monocle and I remember him not wearing a monocle.
I honestly have no idea. My vote is yes, but I truly have no knowledge.
I think I'm going to say no because I think I'm mixing him up with somebody else.
Mr. Peanut?
Probably.
No
Yeah.
monocle.
Oh, there you go.
Eh,
Oh,
No monocle for him, but apparently a lot of people.
yeah.
It's
Consider
general.
him.
It's a general.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what else do we got here? I mean, we could talk about Pikachu's tail, but who cares about Pikachu's tail?
I don't think I've paid enough attention to Pikachu's tail.
There was another that I found that even I had thought it was not anything crazy in Mandela Effect. Again, I don't know if I call it Mandela Effect, but mirror, mirror on the wall.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
But it's actually magic mirror on the wall. I'm like, I've
no
never.
fucking way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that just blew my mind.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. See, I'm sure there's a lot of Disney fans. All 5 of the Disney fans that watch this are thinking
have
the same
5?
thing. No, I mean, I'm thinking like half the people like Disney movies.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that was one that caught me. I have to admit it again. Mandela Effect, that wonderful discussion, but it was just that, like, in my head, mirror, mirror on the wall. That is how you kick it off. But no, it is literally magic
That's
mirror.
an interesting one because, like, pop culture all throughout history has gotten that wrong.
And I think that's what part of a big thing that creates Mandela effects.
Sure.
Yes.
Is pop culture.
Yes.
And it
That
being
I'll-
misused
Yeah.
in something popular, like
I
a
have
song
even better
or
yeah.
a show or something, or a movie or something
Yeah.
like that, something that's popular at that time. One that got me, and I'm just looking at it here, the Fruit of the Loom logo.
Okay.
Okay.
I always thought it had a cornucopia behind the fruit.
Yeah, wasn't that a thing?
No,
Oh, okay.
no
Yeah.
cornucopia.
Interesting.
No.
That's probably more of a Thanksgiving fall thing you're just thinking of or something, maybe.
Now I do remember there was a store in the town that my parents grew up in, Milton, not too far from here. And it was like a local grocery store, and I'm pretty sure their logo was a bunch of fucking fruit and vegetables coming
Gotcha.
out of a cornucopia. So maybe that's where
You just tied
but
it together.
apparently it is a Mandela effect. Apparently other people think
Now,
this too.
I'm pretty sure I've seen a cornucopia in those underwear commercials, but maybe not.
Yeah,
I never
no.
have.
It used to have a cornucopia behind the fruit, right? No,
Yeah.
it did not.
Oh, wow.
It did
Okay.
not.
I don't know if I own any undergarments of that variety.
I don't
I
think
do.
so
I do,
anymore.
but I don't remember ever paying attention to.
Yeah. You didn't inspect the logo that closely.
So this is one that I'm not sure is 100% correct. Another Star Wars one, actually.
Okay.
C-3PO
Mhm.
having a silver leg.
In
he
the
did have
old or the new?
Yeah, in the original, I don't. But
In the
thing is,
original, no.
in the
No.
yeah,
Wait, no, in the original he did.
In episode 4, he had a silver leg.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
But did he have one in the other episodes,
Oh.
5 and 6? This I don't know. I don't have
Yeah,
this
I don't know.
answer.
I think no, but like it would have been explained.
Because at the end of 4, they get real. They get all redid, right? Him and
I
R2
think
get
so.
all redid.
Because during the medal ceremony, I don't remember seeing him with the silver leg.
Right, but at the beginning of the
Yeah.
beginning, all the way through up until then, one of his legs is silver, which would make
Really?
sense if he gets his leg all fucked up. and
Okay,
needs
I
to be
admit I don't
replaced.
remember that.
Yeah.
I remember in the remakes it was red or something, right?
He had a red arm.
Right. He had
Red
a
arm,
arm,
that's what it was.
right. Yeah.
Yeah,
And again,
I remember that.
He's a robot, so chances are you can replace it with the same.
He could put his arm on.
Yeah,
So
same
place
thing
it.
that popped in my head.
Do we have to talk about that? I don't even want to talk about that. Fucking creeped the fuck out of me when I was a kid, man. I tell you what.
And then they try to like animate it, like children animation. Like that didn't make it any better. That made
No.
it worse.
Yeah.
That made it worse.
I don't know.
Fucking creepy robot.
My name is Alpha. I can put my arm
Oh,
back
my
on.
God.
You can't. Stay safe.
I guess I'm not crossing the train tracks without freaking.
What I love the three of us bringing this up is it just proved whoever thought of that, hey, plus one at work, man.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Got 3 kids here with all their limbs
Yeah, yeah,
intact.
yeah,
So there
yeah.
you go.
Well, I mean, the "Don't Put It in Your Mouth" song fucking gets stuck in my head all the time. But
All the
there's a
time.
lot of shit that I've put in my mouth that I probably shouldn't have. And no, not
We're
dick.
doing it that probably should be there. No. My guess
Hi-yo.
is we could do an entire episode of things you put in your mouth that you probably should have.
that glossette raisin that wasn't a
It's not a
glossette
glossette
raisin.
That's great.
We're going to call that the AJ effect.
The age effect. Oh my gosh. Lots of Mandela Effect moments for music and such, right? Yeah, I'm just going to roll back.
Let's get back on track here, boys and girls.
It's fun you bring that one up because I have to admit, that's one I was also hit by. We are the champions.
We are the champions. No.
Wow. See,
let him sing it. No, let him finish it.
We are the champions of the world.
There it is.
But that's only at the end of the song.
Yeah,
in the middle of the song, he says it.
Yes,
he does say it in the song, so that's why people think he says it at the end of the song. I had to listen to that actually. I was taking a break at work.
Okay,
and I was like, "Huh?" Because I read the same thing. I was like, "Squeeze." So I listened to it, jumped to the end of the song, know of the world at the end of the song. But the first time he says it in the song, he does say it leading into the next part of the song.
Okay.
So I think that's what created the Mandela effect in that scenario.
For sure.
Okay.
Right?
But that makes me feel that I should have listened because I have to admit, like, as soon as I read it, I'm like, really? I'm like, in my head, all I can hear is of the world. I'm like, what do you mean this doesn't exist?
And I was expecting it too. And as a musician, coming from a musician standpoint, I think I know why they did it. Because you were expecting it.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right. And they were like, "Let's fuck with this shit.
And
let's do something a little different." We've done things like that in our songs too.
Yeah.
Where you don't do something people are going to expect because that kind of gets them to remember.
A little bit of a gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah.
Nice. Okay. That one caught me off guard. I have to admit, because I was one when I didn't listen to the song. I probably should have done that. But yeah, when I read it, I was like, "Shit, that is my memory of the world is in the song."
Yeah.
It's good to know it is at least in the song.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Got any more over there?
Music wise?
No, anything. Mandela.
Oh yeah. No, none. No. I'm drawing off my own memory here, so I'm trying to think of some that I can remember off the top of my head.
This might be good though because it might be one of those Mandela effect things, and we might be able to say yeah or no.
Yeah.
What do you remember? Okay. Apparently, this is the game for Chris. The famous line about chocolates in Forrest Gump.
Yeah, I know that's a Mandela effect, but I don't know what the Mandela effect is. But I know it's life is like about the chocolates. You'll never know what you're gonna get.
You said life is, right?
Yeah.
It was life. Apparently, its life was like a box of chocolates.
Oh, because he was describing it.
Because my mama always said life was like a box of chocolates.
Okay. All right.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. Well,
is.
But
Mandela effect,
that's what I always said until I saw this. Until I saw this article, I thought the exact same thing too.
And now you're going to say to me it wasn't Run, Forrest, Run. It was Forrest, Run, Forrest.
No, and it wasn't even Tom Hanks. It was Tom Cruise. I mean, fuck, come on.
Alternate reality.
The whole movie was about Scientology.
It was an entire metaphor of why you should join Scientology.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. In fact, it was Tom Cruise made to look like Tom Hanks to get you. Anyways, okay.
It was a Tom Hanks deepfake?
Yeah. Exactly. Back before there was a thing called deepfake.
Right.
That's okay. I have one much like that. Beautiful day in the neighborhood, right?
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day.
Except that's not it, apparently.
Come on.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood.
Shut up.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, that's not fair because you want you can't live in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood all the time.
Yeah.
But he was bringing you to his neighborhood.
Yeah. I guess that's true.
Right?
But that's another one. To me, that's a little less Mandela effect because that's just, okay, well, I like the better than this.
Yeah,
beautiful day in the neighborhood, which of course is much similar to this neighborhood, but still, c'est la vie. I like my version better.
I agree. I agree. Who cares with semantics?
Do you remember the one about Sinbad? Not the sailor, the comedian.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
And this one never got me. I was always on the other side of the opposite. Yeah.
Yeah. What was it again?
Everybody says or thinks that Sinbad was in a movie called Shazam.
Right, Shazam. That's right. He never was.
No, and Shaq was in a movie called Kazam.
Right.
About a genie.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an interesting thing because people there's a collective memory out there of an entire movie that he was in.
Right.
That never existed.
Sinbad. Specifically Sinbad, too.
So there's a collective consciousness out there that created a movie that didn't exist.
That gets on to this whole idea about this, which is really it's people experience alternative realities.
Yes. So.
Oh, there you go.
I'm going to totally bastardize this.
Nice.
And I want to talk, we could talk about the actual reason for why the Mandela Effect exists, but I love this theory that I read about a few years ago. And the idea was if this fucking happened, this is like, I don't know how to come back from this. This is it. We've changed. Okay. So apparently during there's a kid out there, there's many people that have this theory, but I read it from a kid's perspective, and I guess he's extremely smart, like 9 or 10 years old, and his dad kind of helped him out. But the idea is this: when we were doing we're trying to recreate this Big Bang Theory in 2012 or 13 or whatever that was. I don't remember what it was. 2012, I think it was, when the world was supposed to quote unquote end.
Gotcha.
Because of the Mayan calendar. The same year we were basically trying to recreate Big Bang Theory and trying to split atoms and all that fun stuff. Apparently this theory, and he backed it up with some sort of math mumbo jumbo that I'm too stupid to realize. but apparently during that, the scientist fucked up, and apparently the theory is that it blanked our reality out of existence, and ours new reality shifted. So, and the idea is things like the Mandela Effect happen because we have a knowledge of an older or a different reality.
Gotcha.
This also explains why things started to get really fucking shitty in terms of our world around that time, and have kind of been progressively getting worse and worse as time goes on, and a bunch of other things. And I thought that was a really neat theory, if there's even
mine's
water
somewhat similar, except it's just we're all wonderful branches of the universe. Like every time you make a decision, different branch, different branch, different branch.
Okay,
yeah. And so the Mandela Effect is simply when, because the branches are more than a number than I could probably even say out loud, you actually have that moment where you just literally ping off of somebody. Off yourself,
or almost crissy-crossy.
Exactly. And there's those moments of just you kind of, maybe it's like deja vu.
But
right.
It seems to go down to the most arbitrary, trivial little things. Like I was going to bring up, okay, what's his name?
Show the camera.
Smokey the Bear.
Bear named Smokey.
What's his name?
Smokey the Bear says.
Oh, no, it's Smokey Bear.
Shut up.
It was never Smokey the Bear.
So you can't call him Smokey Bear because then I expect him to have a cigarette.
Agreed. That's not very PC.
It's not Smoking Bear. We're not in Russia. He's not Smoking Bear.
His Russian cousin.
He's
Bear.
not Boris. He's his cousin who doesn't like the cigarette.
He likes setting fire,
But
not stopping them.
And for me, the funny thing is that my dad worked for the MNR, and he worked in forest fires.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd always see the frickin' Smokey Bear paraphernalia.
Gotcha.
But no, I always thought it was Smokey the Bear until I learned that.
Smokey the Bear?
I swear there was a commercial that was Smokey the Bear says. No, that never happened. Wow. Assholes lying to me.
Right?
Or maybe it's just
possible.
like you said, like kind of what you said, Dave. Maybe it's like my ultimate reality.
We all disconnected for a moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like even the most arbitrary, trivial little...
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's just because it's what we recognize, right? Because pop culture is so synonymous across the globe as our, I don't know what you want to call it, but our universal measure, that it's easy to kind of get Mandela effects going on there. I'm sure there are other Mandela effects that are probably more important, like certain presidents. People think certain presidents were presidents that weren't.
Well, everybody always says Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah, he was never president.
A lot of people think, he was president, but he was never president.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's on money.
That's
why.
That's right, exactly.
Fruit Loops for me is because fruit is spelled F-R-U-I-T. They're just being cheeky with it.
Yeah.
They're not being cheeky. They're trying to make kids dumber. But
fruit.
Well, it's probably just use the loops. Yeah.
Fruit.
I just want my fucking Fruit Loops. How you spell fruit, Chris? F-R-O-O-T.
What you think?
Nope. I just want my Fruit Loops.
All right, just give him Fruit Loops. Shut up.
Shut up. Can I have milk too, please? How do you spell that?
M-O-O-N.
Mom, my alphabets are broken. They just say ooh. Honey, those are Cheerios.
Oh, shit.
My alphabets is haunted. Ooh. Those are Cheerios, sweetie.
That's great. That's awesome. Hilarious.
Okay.
All right. No. Oh, boy. This is fun.
I'm going to go my notes here. I don't think that was good.
Isn't there some Back to the Future ones?
I don't know.
Meaning what?
I'm trying to think of ones from Back to the Future.
Like things that
Mandela effects that people collectively remember.
No, I can't think of any.
things that people don't realize, and then maybe they think are maybe like Twin Pines Mall, Lone Pines Mall.
That's a classic.
Maybe.
But that's not Mandela. Yeah, that's just that sly little thing they do in the movie, which is fun.
That's just really clever filmmaking.
Yeah, that's just really good. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of any that aren't on any of these lists.
Yeah, I haven't. I couldn't think of any. Yeah, I have to admit, for me personally, I was like, don't get me wrong, I called out the ones that, definitely I have hit me. But when it came to, what about this? Now, I'm sure, had the wrong memory of things. I guarantee it, where I've thought one thing and been, no, Dave, it was actually this. Are you sure?
But nothing worse than that, and then being told you're wrong. Like, no, I'm certain I was right.
No, actually, I have a version-ish of it. Again, I don't know if I call it Mandela Effect or what it was, but for the longest time, I had a memory that I went to a friend's house, puked on their front step while at the friend's house, off the side, and then had to go home because I wasn't feeling well.
Okay.
And I had this in my head that I had actually done this. And for years and years, and I even brought it up once to my mom. She's like, I don't think ever done that. I'm like, I have this clear memory. And then I watched a Degrassi High episode, one of the old ones.
Oh, wow.
In which this exact scene happened. So this memory I had was actually from the telly.
Amazing.
In all likelihood. Yeah, in all likelihood. Because, again, anybody I brought this up to, my dad, my mom, everybody, they're like, this never happened. And I'm like, no, I have a memory. I was like really young. I was like 6 or 7, and I puked on their front step, and I had to walk home, and I felt sick. And I happened to see this episode some point later in my life, and nope, it was part of the TV show.
Oh.
Huh.
So I don't think it's quite Mandela Effect, but for a long time, I was still young.
It's your version of Mandela Effect, right? It's something that happened to you, for sure.
Yeah.
That is
interesting.
The
longest time, I thought this had occurred.
Yeah, I have a few of those in my life, too.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one I've just learned about. The famous line, Lucy, you've got some splaining to do, was never said.
Oh.
Like ever?
Never.
I feel like it would have been said once and then it turned into a tagline.
Ricky was filmed saying, "Splain that if you can," or "Lucy splain."
Oh.
So I think that might have been
some
sort of parody.
Yeah.
Well, I think I remember seeing it in could have been a Saturday Night Live sketch.
Oh, yeah,
or something
gotcha.
like that, where they were just pushing that character
I'm
further, right?
sure Saturday Night Live is a massive culprit for a lot of the Mandela effects that we have in pop culture.
I would say that, maybe even more recently Family Guy.
Yeah, Family Guy.
Simpsons.
South Park, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they play on that thing where people have that odd memory of it and they just own it and play it out full tilt.
I always think, great example was Gumby, when Eddie Murphy used to play Gumby back in the 80s.
I'm Gumby, bitch.
Yeah, I'm Gumby, bitch.
He never said that.
No, I know. But just because he did such a really great job and it was very interesting, a lot of people think Gumby, the character, said certain things. No, he was a character from Saturday Night Live, Yeah.
Yeah, that character said a few things, but yeah.
That version of Gumby, the alternate reality version of Gumby.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's. I would say there's a lot we could probably chalk up to some form of parody.
Yeah.
Right? Like Hannibal Lecter never said hello, Clarice.
No, I knew that actually.
Said, hello, Clarice.
Really?
He just says good morning.
No, good morning. Yes, it is. Yeah.
And
I love the line "Hello, Clarice." It just sounds nice. It's just the way he says it. Yeah.
Where,
but I knew he didn't
know
say
where that would again. I think that would have been some sort of Saturday Night Live or
probably
some other kind of parody.
Yeah, I'm sure that's probably where that came from. Yeah, but it's such an iconic movie, and I could because it hit the world so hard. There's a lot of Mandela effects from that movie, isn't there? There's something about he doesn't say something about eating brains, and yet everyone thinks he does. I thought there was a bunch of them.
Not in the original. Well, can't say original because there was
Manhunters.
There was one before that.
Yeah.
But in Silence of the Lambs, no, it's the famous line about eating his liver with fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Chianti, yeah. They said that.
He did say that.
I never got that movie.
What do you mean you never got it?
I watched the movie. It was just, I found it boring.
What a weirdo.
Yeah.
That's
Boring.
Now, when did you watch it? Were you a kid or were you older?
Not kid, maybe teen. Yeah. But to be honest, I haven't watched it forever because my memory out of it is just meh. So I just no want.
For what it's worth, the movie itself is really a lot of talking until the very end, right? I mean, they talk, she goes and figures stuff out. They talk, she goes and figures stuff out, and then, then he gets away.
I did
But
watch.
that's the thing; it was never about him.
No, it was never about him, exactly.
I did watch one of the sequels where they end up like together or something. Or
Red Dragon? No, not Red Dragon.
Or maybe it was one. Maybe it was one of those mini episodes or something. I remember the end of it where he ends up being with her, and you're like,
the show that
maybe
there was a show Hannibal.
Yeah, that's the one I think.
And now
I've
there's
seen.
a new show.
Yeah,
called Clarice, I think.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
about
the
her,
show I liked.
Aside from all that.
Yeah.
Sure,
I did like the show because I especially liked the very, very ending. I won't ruin it.
I found it very difficult to get into. I thought that was kind of boring.
Yeah, it's funny. I like that one more than what I remember. Like maybe I would love the movie now. Shit, maybe I should go try to rewatch it.
It's funny that they got Mads Mikkelsen to play Hannibal because he's amazing, obviously. But I feel like he's more like a Norman Bates. I feel like he's got that kind of thing going on. That's kind of serial killer.
That'll be a fun comparison. Just
yeah. Hanging out together. Anyways,
what else we got? We got Gremlins. The head evil mean gremlin in the original. What was his name?
Stripe.
A lot of people think it's Spike.
No, it's definitely Stripe.
Yeah,
I have Stripe down his back.
I wouldn't remember, to be honest. Either name. So
was it Mohawk in the second one?
Maybe.
Yeah, I do remember there was a Mohawky one.
Hey, speaking of, how the fuck have those movies not been remade yet? Like, how is it possible we've gone this entire time and no one's remade a Gremlins?
I have to admit, I just hope that stays that way.
I kind of do too.
I kind of want it to be one of those, they're not going to remake Back to the Future.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, you can't remake that.
Can you put that in your will?
Well, they did it with. Didn't they?
Is that something somebody can put in their will?
Didn't what's his face? Zemeckis.
He's still alive though, but he said as long as he's alive.
But it's remake. In his. I think it's in his will too to
that
not.
They can't remake it.
I thought it was they could once he had passed.
Oh, maybe I don't know. Maybe
I could be wrong, but that's my.
It could be Mandela affecting each other.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, it's funny because I saw a remake of Critters.
Oh my
the little ball
God!
thing.
Yeah, Critters.
I made it about halfway through. Not to knock Netflix. It was a Netflixy.
Oh,
I tried.
You go back and you watch those, and they're not as good as you remember them being.
Yeah, no, it's true. It is.
Tried watching the Leprechaun movies. Like,
oh my God, I don't want to rewatch. No,
so bad.
They are bad.
So bad.
Terrible.
I thought it was so clever that in the one scene when the drunk convinces him to not or beats the leprechaun by drinking by drinking non-alcoholic stuff. I'm like, that's so fucking stupid. Like,
the only thing I liked about Leprechaun was really just if you could collect how the leprechaun made the wishes come true. That was always fun to watch.
That was true. Yeah,
there's another Mandela effect.
Leprechaun.
He never said, "I'm the leprechaun." Oh, yeah. Where's that from?
Oh, Wayne's World, obviously. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I'm sure
that's true.
It's fun. True. Again, coming from parody.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Nice.
So a lot of things, I'm sure. There was one I was just reading there. I like to eat this peanut butter. Is Jif.
Oh, yes. Or Yif.
Not Jiffy.
Yif the J
or Yif. Yeah, not Jiffy. I think people mix it up with Skippy.
I think, probably right, yeah.
Which
maybe
that even exist anymore, Skippy?
I have no idea. I don't think I've ever even had Jiffy, to be honest.
Jif is nummy.
Or Jeff.
Or Yif. It could be a silent J. Or a soft J.
Is a soft J.
After you eat Yif, you have to go yogging.
You have to go yogging, exactly. I wonder, if only Jif and Skippy got together, they could just cancel this whole thing and just call it Jiffy.
That would make sense.
Great.
Or could that be
or Sif. Sif, man. Sif. Remember squirrel peanut butter?
I think so.
And it had had a peanut on top.
Oh, I do remember some brand that had that. Yeah, I remember that. I remember my mom picking it up, and it was one of those. As soon as we walked in that house,
eats peanuts.
Gone.
Yeah. Had to be done
for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm not sure why these things happen. Why these Mandela effect?
We discussed it. It's because reality's shifted, and we're
Is that what we're going? Is that what we're going with?
I can't think of another reason.
We're going with the MCU explanation.
Yeah,
That's what I'm going to call it.
That's right.
We're going from the MCU.
It's some
explanation.
amalgamation of the theory that I read and Dave's theory. It's something in there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's right.
Gotcha.
Oh.
So they tried to do this experiment at this super collider thing.
Yeah.
Buddy fucked up
Yeah.
and created other realities,
yeah.
or
Yeah.
not necessarily created other realities, but gained access to.
That's probably a
Because
better
I'm
way to
sure
They
those
didn't mesh.
realities
Yeah.
existed.
And Dave's right. Our realities, as we make decisions, we kind of ping off our alternate reality selves, and glimpses of memories come from that.
Why would that be then?
Well, we're not scientists, AJ. We don't know the answer.
Well, let's be scientists then.
Let's be scientists.
Why? Or let's be theoretical
Scientists?
Let's
All right.
be
Well,
theorists.
Before we do, did you have something? You had like a good
Oh,
point
yeah,
there
you
for a
said you
second.
had something.
You just,
Sorry, for
you
which?
just got excited. Did you have a good point?
I don't think so, did
Oh,
I?
okay,
Oh,
all right.
boy.
Oh, no.
Now I feel like I should have. I was
I
just
feel
laughing.
like I cut you off, and I was like, oh.
No, no, I just
we
laughing.
remember you getting excited.
Did it not happen?
Didn't it happen?
Did it all our minds?
Not a thing.
There is a reality happening right now where I am making a spectacular motion as to how this all really works and functions, and everybody understands it all. But not this one.
Okay, theoretically speaking, if what we let's say we cracked the code and we figured out why we have this, okay? If this is what's going on, I think you could probably explain a lot of supernatural phenomenon or anything like that, given that we probably do brush up against our other realities, and that's why we can't explain certain things. But I can see how, obviously, I don't know the physical or astrophysical limitations in all of this, but I can see how you can probably touch your alternate self
Interesting.
and have residual memories that come from that. I could see that.
If you believe that.
If you believe that, yeah. Well, I
If
definitely
that's the
don't
thing.
believe there's only one fucking reality. I'll tell you that. I'm pretty sure there's
Really?
many. Oh, I'm confident there's
In
multiple.
full honesty, transparency, and no, there is only one.
No, there's not.
Yes,
there's
there
no
is.
way.
There
There's no
has
way.
to be a way, because as soon as in my
You clearly never watched Buckaroo Banzai. Go.
Maybe not realities, but planes of existence. I'll go with that.
that one, I read a great, and I really wish I could remember the name of this book, and it was just a science fiction novel where there's multiple planes. There's the 2 plane, we're in the 3rd. There's the 4 or 5. Like they're just all out there, and we
I've
actually
read that
all coexist. But because we're on different planes, we don't know about each other.
So maybe that's what's happening.
Yeah, it could be.
But how is that really any different than alternate realities?
Because to me, an alternate reality has this challenge where, and again, this is me just splitting hairs because that's the problem. Well, if there's an alternate reality based on every possibility, then every possibility is a possibility of a possibility of
What?
how could that ever possibly exist?
How can they not? Like the
Now
universe.
it's fucked up to think. Hold on, it's fucked up to think that we could be an alternate reality of a reality.
Uh-huh.
But it's just like your hair splits differently. Well, that's an alternate reality then.
Yeah.
Your cell falls off differently. That's
How can you? Okay, we know, at least through our scientists of today, we know that we live in a universe of infinite possibility. Like we,
Nope. Not infinite.
well, we don't know. Like
I'm gonna give it over to this guy too here,
Sure.
because it's not possible to Star Trek transport something.
Yet.
Ever.
We don't know that.
We know that.
We don't know that.
We know that.
I don't think it'll ever be a possibility
Yeah.
to take because then the thing at the other end
Isn't you.
could technically not be you, but you aren't the same you as you were like 5 or 10 years ago because
Right.
of all the skin cells that were shed.
Correct.
Right, you're.
I'm not.
So that's I guess a form of this whole transportation.
It just took 5 or 10 years.
but right, but yeah, no,
transporter ever.
right, because you lose a molecule in that shit.
Sure,
Nothing's
done.
perfect,
Yeah,
right. You lose
Yeah.
a molecule in that shit. You lose or add a chromosome.
Things go messy. Yeah.
Yeah, there will never be transport. There'll never be the super shrink and grow. These things can't exist.
I don't like that word can't.
Yeah.
And maybe in this reality,
Going
I'll
faster
give you that.
than the speed of light.
But I
that
def-
concept.
I definitely believe, there's a number of different realities going on. Absolutely.
Yeah,
We've even shown that there's possible proof of that.
But in this reality, we already have 3 Spider-Mans.
That's true, we do.
So
what are we going to do?
I thought we had more, actually, but anyway, Celebi.
Technically, we do, yeah. Yeah. We'll have to respectively agree to disagree on this one.
Well, no, that's what I like about this. It is a respectfully agree to disagree because we don't know. We will never know truly. Maybe not.
Will,
I shouldn't
probably
say
not.
You and I.
A very good chance we won't. Yeah.
Barring us going out playing on the golf course, getting struck by lightning to gain some sort of superpower to cross the interdimensional portals, that demonstrates to me finally, based on this wonderful strike of lightning, that oh shit, Chris was right this entire time. I can go back to reality to let you know you were right. But oh shit, am I in the right reality or the wrong reality? Oh Christ.
I get it.
No, that's a Back to the Future conundrum right there.
Sure is,
yes,
yeah.
it is.
It is, yeah. I'm not saying we're going to understand how to travel through and under different reality and whatnot, but I definitely think that they're definitely existing alongside us.
This gets me into trouble with multiple people.
That's okay.
You have your moment of light between 2 infinite darks. That is it.
That is one fucking nihilistic point of view.
I know.
But what about like strange stories of like? I was watching this thing today, and it was like, tell me something weird that your toddler or your small child has said. And it was this girl telling this story about how her and her daughter were playing with a globe, and she pointed somewhere in Russia. And it was like in the northeast of Russia or something like that. And she looked at her mom and said, I used to live there before I lived with you. Nice. And then she proceeded to tell this entire story about her family and from a previous life.
Yep.
And whatnot.
I've heard of these things, and again, I love the idea. I love the concept.
But you doubt it.
I do.
You doubt the concept.
He's a doubter.
I am a doubter. This is true. I'm one of those peeps.
Well, we've been friends for so long. I'm the dreamer. He's a doubter.
Oh, there you go. That makes
compliment
sense.
each other nicely. So you're gonna have to help me convince him to make sure he gets on board with all the scientific.
I can't.
Yeah.
Certain things I can't. Like, I can believe there's aliens, but
I like that aliens.
But the way I think about it is, I don't know if they have the technology to fly like cajillion fucking light years away from home planets and stuff like that. I almost want to believe that it was like they created a colony within a spaceship, right? And that's why you have this mothership. And then the aliens that we see are like 5 generations later than the aliens that left. Right? So it was almost like they just kept passing down this mission.
Gotcha.
That's one hell of a small little theory about aliens.
Right? Right?
Aliens, I like
but
that.
It makes sense.
Yeah, no, you clearly thought it out. I like that.
Well, and it's one of those things.
Now.
I do think there is other intelligent beings in this universe. Right. I do think that. Right. Again, part of it is want. I will not lie. But the other side of it is, out of this, it's not infinite, but this quite large universe.
Infinite was a wrong choice of words.
Yeah.
I apologize.
That's
but
fine.
The fact that it's expansive to the point that we have no possible comprehension on what is out there. And then then that's the other thing too, like the whole black hole theory. Like now that we know that there is something on the other side of a black hole, we just don't know what it is.
We have a theory that
sure.
We have no
What's
proof.
the theory?
The theory, my understanding of the theory is basically that the black hole, well, my understanding was that it put you into another dimension.
Yeah.
But
the reality, the reality is, or the thing about it is, you could never survive going through
because
a black
of
hole.
spaghettification. That I know, because apparently a black hole would stretch you to the point of
yes.
Yeah. More, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
The just the sheer mass of it.
Supermassive black hole.
Supermassive black hole. Great album.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways,
What's a wormhole?
They don't exist. It was a great Star Trek reference.
It was. Essentially, people will think black holes can turn into wormholes where you can travel from one to the other, but he's right.
Yeah.
They don't actually exist.
It's also,
as far as we know, I don't think there is anything of such.
Yeah, and a great novel series that I love.
Wait, hold on.
Hyperion.
He's now saying that a wormhole can't exist, but transportation could.
No, I said it does not.
No, he is.
I'm saying currently it doesn't exist. I'm not saying it can't exist. I'm saying currently we don't have any actual evidence of wormholes existing outside of what we think black holes are.
I like the idea of a wormhole.
Yeah.
except for that movie where they try to go through the wormhole and then all that shit happened.
Oh, Event Horizon.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Oh yeah, no way.
Fuck that.
But that wasn't even.
Never want to go through that wormhole.
But wasn't that the ship?
Oh,
I don't remember the
Or was
exact.
that a different? Am I thinking of a different movie that's kind of the same? Event Horizon was the one with Sam Neill, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. The ship was all fucking making them go all fucky.
It wasn't the ship.
It wasn't the ship?
It was where they landed.
I'd have to
Yeah,
watch that
something about
again.
when they got through. Yeah, all I remember is the paper being folded
Yeah.
with the pencil.
I was like, oh, that's so clever.
It's a great example of
I'll have to
wormhole.
watch that.
Spoiler
again.
alert, if you've not seen Event Horizon, go fucking watch it. It's a wonderful film. Well, not wonderful. It's a crazy awesome film. But
It has that 2-minute scene. Oy vey.
what happens is when they go through, they don't realize it, but they go to hell. And that's what it is. And then
Right.
that's when things start getting screwed. Like, what's going on here? And then
Yeah.
all this hellish stuff starts happening. It's like, ah.
Yeah, because it was they enter and come back at some point later too, right?
Yeah, that's
like
right,
some
yeah.
time had passed.
Yeah.
And nobody. Yeah. Either way.
Oh man, that was like one of my favorite. I called it a horror film for the longest time.
Yeah. No, I would
for
call
the
it horror.
longest time because I was just so
Sci-fi
shocked.
horror.
Yeah, because you don't like
Yeah.
just the
Yeah.
the drop at the end. You're like, what? Are you serious? And it keeps going. You're like, Jesus, I can't. It's a good movie. Go watch Event Horizon if you've not seen it.
It's been a while since I've seen it. I should
me
watch
too,
it
yeah.
again. Shit.
Reminds me of Cube.
Oh, don't talk about Cube.
That was
It's
a good
fucking
one, too.
waste of time.
But
Wasted. Okay, listen.
I
Here's
enjoyed it.
okay.
any subsequent Cube from that,
Shout
from
out-
the first one.
My buddy Cody will vouch me on this one. So we both got hyped for that movie because we heard it was Canadian, independent
Yep.
made,
Yeah.
horror film, yada yada yada. That's going to be great. And so we rented it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's awesome. And we sat down, and I thought we both were like, "Why is this so popular? Why do people like it so much?" I could not figure it out. It felt like the whole movie existed inside that box, and it was kind of sort of dramatic and scary, but not. I don't know. I didn't feel like it was really effective. And
It
I kinda
wasn't
saw the ending
event-
coming.
Yeah, it wasn't
then.
Event Horizon.
Yeah.
But I liked it. It was a good, just head nod.
that was pretty good.
Well, then.
So
That's
maybe
something
it's
I'm in.
Mandela Effect.
Maybe I saw a different cube than you guys.
Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe.
Actually,
Maybe
that
someone from a different reality.
something like that did happen to Becca and I one time.
What's that?
We were trying to go watch. I was trying to watch the movie Split
Okay.
when it came out. When it came into video, Split is the third in the Unbreakable trilogy by M. Night Shyamalan.
Would it be the second? Would it be the
Oh.
second? Third, yes,
It was
because there was
third.
4. It was a quadrilogy.
Yeah.
No, there's only the three.
Well, that was the second.
Yes, you're right. Nope,
Yeah, because it went Unbreakable, Split, and
my bad.
Last.
That's right. Yep, you're right. Second, my bad.
The Mandela Effect. Look at
Mandela.
that.
I just got affected. So we were trying to find this movie, and I've only saw the one trailer, and we're trying to watch it through like a Cody box or whatever back in the day.
Mhm.
And we put on this movie that I could have swore this was it, and so, it was some weird, like it was enough esotericness happening that you might think it was the movie.
It was. Oh, okay, gotcha.
We got almost like 40 minutes in, and it's like this weird art house film where these girls are half naked doing this weird like ballerina kind of sort of dancing or interpretive dance thing. And yet, like, when is isn't there like killing? Isn't there like
stuff.
stuff happening? Is there understand?
When you realized Professor X wasn't in it, this was 40 minutes later.
I know. I wasn't in. I'm like, well, we're both talking. We're like, well, maybe he just doesn't come in right away. Maybe it's
Until
like that.
later.
Right. It wasn't until we went and watched it. I'm like, this is not the right movie. It's crazy.
I don't know if I would call that Mandela effect versus just, yeah,
It's just weird.
oops.
See, now I'm trying to remember if that ever happened to me. I think that's happened to me before. It's like, hey, yeah, I want to watch this movie, and you find one of the same name, but it was like some really bad independent,
No, it's never
worse
happened.
than Trauma movie.
Oh yeah.
I've had it happen to me where, I've accidentally attempted to download a movie without purchasing it, and it wasn't what it was titled.
No,
But-
That's happened.
Yeah.
That
But
happened to me more with songs back in the Kazaa LimeWire days.
Yeah. MIRC was still the best place.
Agreed.
Or live. Actually,
They're,
I'm
they're
lying.
no longer around anymore, are they?
Oh, no, still around. Yeah, IRC is still around to a certain
that's
extent.
right, yeah.
Nowhere near what it used to be. In fact, I logged in a couple of weeks ago just for the shits and gigs. But come on, give me a break. I pay Google $13 a month,
Yeah.
and that's for the whole family to rightfully subscribe. And yeah,
Yeah. No point, really. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah.
All right, what are Mandela
Sorry,
Effect
yeah.
things?
Wow, we like went.
We have sidewinded so much on this episode.
I would like
It's
to
great.
just throw out to Google, hey, if you want to chip in to help support us, continue.
Help us, please, you know.
We really got distracted. I don't know. I feel like we've gone through a lot of the ones that.
I can't think of anything else.
No, the popular ones.
Yeah. I mean, there's some that we missed, but I don't know. Not many.
Yeah,
I think we kicked the bucket well.
I think we did. I think
We bucked the kick it.
buck the kid.
There's one about Tony the Tiger.
What about him?
No, he's always had a blue nose.
Okay.
I don't
All right.
think we've really cared.
I don't think
about
ever.
that.
I've
Yeah.
never noticed.
Not
No.
Don't get me wrong. If I was asked, hey, what is the color of the nose? I'd probably say black just
Yeah,
because
I
I
would
think
too.
of a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those stupid stripes because he's a damn tiger. Of course it's black. Nope, it's blue. Okay, you got me. Moving on.
Yeah, I think we hit all the important ones.
Sweet.
Okay. Well,
cool.
We can wrap up then.
I
If
think
anybody
so.
wants to tell us of any important ones that we missed,
Yeah.
Mhm.
You out there, if you have examples of the Mandela Effect, whether they're pop culture, something that's happened in your life, share and share alike.
Yes,
Let
please.
us know in the comments. Let us know. And what your thoughts on this phenomenon? Do you believe with Dave? I think with Dave, and that there are no other alternate realities, or
There
do
are
you
none.
do you line with me and realize that there are, and that's probably why this whole thing is happening.
I'm on the alternate dimension team.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's
No, not reality, dimension.
dimension.
1 dimension, 2 dimension, 3
All right.
dimension, time,
4.
time being the 4th dimension,
Right. Okay.
and
Yeah.
so on and so forth.
Either way, that's us.
Because that's the thing. See, now I got to bring this up.
Uh-huh.
What plane, if they exist, do ghosts live on?
They
Because
don't
I've
live-
never had a supernatural experience. Have you ever had a supernatural experience?
There is
Have you
no
ever had a
ghost.
supernatural?
Yes.
So, what plane does that ghost? What existence does that ghost exist on?
My crazy mind.
Yep.
It's hard to say. I don't know. Not this
Perception.
one. Yeah. It's hard to say because like when you have a supernatural experience, it very well could be real, but there's probably some sort of explanation for it as to where it came from. So it's hard to say. If they do exist for real, then they exist on a plane that we can't see with the naked eye, and that's just something we can't properly.
Plus, I
Process.
just don't like the idea of a ghost. I would never want to turn into a
Oh,
ghost.
neither would I, man. That would
God.
suck.
Could you imagine if, as when you died, you became a ghost? The billions of people before us, they're just sitting around going, "Shit."
Yeah. Hey, why is it only a certain few people get to be ghosts? Like oh, he had unfinished business on Earth. I did too, man. Like,
I think we all did it. I think everybody
I
did.
wasn't-
I didn't pay my fucking credit card bill before I died.
I gotta kill Bobby. He cheated on my wife. Or,
Reminds me of
Cheated on my
or
wife.
whatever. You know what I mean. I totally messed that up. But
Yes, you did.
one of my favorite Robot Chicken clips is this guy's in his room, he's sleeping in his bed, and there's a ghost there, right? The guy gets up and he's all fucking scared. He's like, oh my god, and the guy's just like, relax. The ghost like is just
Yeah.
relax, whatever. And this guy's like, you're not gonna scare me? Like, no. You're not gonna get up and come and try and get me? No. Okay, well, I gotta go to bed and go to work in the morning. And then the ghost looks at the camera and goes, can't all be dicks.
That's so true. Eh?
Why is every ghost a dick?
I know. That's so true. That's a good point.
Nice.
That's funny. Good job, AJ.
But we've been thoroughly distracted from our main point.
We sure have.
That seems to happen a lot.
That's the point of the show, I
I
think.
was going to say, I think that might be the point of.
Yeah. Sarcastic distractions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
So
We could try to stick to the topic all the way through to the end, but
That's other podcasts.
what fun would that be?
That's not us.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
Yeah. We got other things to talk
Well,
about.
Not
too.
it's not how we roll.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. And while you're in the comments, share with us what you think of the show so far. What you like, what you don't, all that good stuff. And let us know of things you want us to talk about and be a part of. And if you'd like to be a guest or you want to talk to us more about doing other things.
And if you
Sure.
don't want to get a hold of us on the YouTubes, you could get a hold of us on the Facebook,
Mhm.
the Instagrams, the Tweeters,
The Twitter, yeah.
the Tweeter and the Monkey Mans.
Yeah.
And yeah, then, do we have a Discord? I don't know. I don't Discord.
Not yet,
No.
but we probably will get one eventually, but that's when we got to do stuff like live. So
We can't have an
we're not
OnlyFans
there.
anymore because they're going to ban sexual
I
fucking
know.
shit.
Damn it.
So there goes OnlyFans out the window.
So the thing is something else now.
Oh, demonetized.
Now we're making no money, AJ.
Yeah,
no money.
that's great.
Now we're paying YouTube. We're paying YouTube to be on the channel. Thanks. Anyways. Please share your thoughts
Yes.
about the Mandela Effect and what you like about Sarcastic Distractions, and if you care anything about us. Don't like us? Let us know. We can take it. Well, I can't. They can. But until next time, well, before we get to that, I just want to say for anybody out there that is feeling a little bit unchecked upstairs in the mental area, we just want to let you know that you matter, not just us, but those that are around you. And we asked that's something to talk about. Talk to someone.
Mm-hmm.
It's important to help your mental health out when you can.
Don't be ashamed.
Don't be ashamed. There's no shame.
Yeah.
And in this world, I'll tell you guys, mental health has been so important. So important. Maybe our whole history, but anyways.
Good song by Quiet Riot, too.
Indeed.
Bang your head. Sorry.
Nicely done, yeah. But until next time, I've been Harvey.
Dave Shergold.
I think my name was AJ. Could have been a Mandela Effect. I don't know.
Nice.
I don't know.
Just like that. AJ. You've just been sarcastically distracted.
Finger guns.
Oh, Jesus. Let's get that out of your head.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Good luck.
everybody. Have yourselves a great day.
Bye now.
Bye.